This year we are celebrating 40 years of Community Resource Center. CRC was started in 1979 by community leaders who cared about the fact that there were people working in this community who were hungry. CRC is really the child of this community's compassion and capacity to make a difference in the lives of other people. We just want to take time tonight to honor 3 individuals, groups who were pivotal in points in time in CRC's history, who had a vision for what we could be, and their investment at that point in time in that moment made a huge difference in the fact that CRC is here today. Our first honoree is Evelyn Widener. She and her husband Bob were part of the start of CRC, gave generously to support it, and her energy and her passion for making this a better community and doing good to other people really sets a standard for everybody else to follow.
We started out with a vision of helping people in need, effectively, so that it was more than a Band-Aid. CRC has stayed with that purpose, looking at what really helps people become self-sustaining.
One of the great ways that Evelyn Widener supported us along the way is in the early years of CRC at Widener Gardens. They would host Polynesian nights to help raise funds for the CRC.
The purpose was, of course, to raise some money, have everybody have a good time, and raise awareness of what the Community Resource Center did. When I have time and money, I put my money and time where it counts.
And I'm also pleased to introduce, as a champion of the cause, Lauren Paz. In 2004, Lauren became the executive director for CRC and filled that role for 10 years. Lauren Paz's leadership was really visionary, and many of the things she accomplished in her 10 years are things we're celebrating tonight.
The vision was pretty simple: to provide services that all people could utilize, and therefore we needed a bucket full of options to help people, whether it be food, housing, employment opportunities, domestic violence. So it was really creating a plethora of services to fit everybody's needs. I would hope that if I was struggling, someone would lend me a hand to help me out of my situation.
We're really pleased tonight to recognize and introduce Shay Holmes as a champion of the cause.
Shay Holmes originally got involved with CRC through an opportunity of Carol's House. Through an introduction with Lauren Paz, she outlined the need. She gave us a tour of the old shelter, which was very, very in need of repair, and painted about the dream of it being torn down and replaced from ground up. We went into the shelter, and very quickly I noticed children. Unfortunately, there are a couple of women with bruises that I was introduced to. Going through that opened my eyes, and it really charged us. So it was an opportunity for us to roll up our sleeves and participate.
Shay Holmes' investment of time and energy and their professional expertise with construction made an almost instantaneous transformation in our ability to help people. Over the course of 3 weeks, the space that we had for emergency sheltering was demolished, and in its place was built a brand new emergency shelter. Since Carol's House opened, thousands of people, women, children, men, have found an escape from domestic violence.
There's a saying, if everybody does a little, then a little becomes a lot.
There are people on the street that are hungry. There are people who are experiencing domestic violence. One of us cannot do something to help, but as a group, we can make it happen and make services available to help people of all walks of life.
The impact today is just as great as it was always. In fact, I think the need today is even greater for a place where people can come to get help.
But our legacy is built in what we're doing today, and our legacy is something that we're going to hand off tomorrow. These 3 champions represent the hundreds and thousands of people from our community who have given us everything we have cause to celebrate.